I wish I was. I wish I was on Saturday night. I used the word "you people," and I explained to them, and that if I had it to do over again, I would have said everybody. We're going to honor the soldiers. That doesn't count. But say two words out of place, that counts. I still go out as the person that I was on Coach's Corner. I'm not going to go out as a simp.
We're here with Donald S. Cherry in his house, and you're under interrogation today. Like, all the media are asking you all these questions and trying to really set you up.
Yeah, I would have to say, but as I said to Craig there, it's not my first rodeo. I know what's going on, and the big thing that we talked about was I used the word "you people," and I explained to them, and that if I had it to do over again, I would have said everybody, but that wasn't enough. But this is the price you pay, and I'm paying the price, and. And as I talked before, and I've been asked that, and I have to say it again, we did the thing on Ty Dobbing, and we diabetes, and we showed the stick, we showed his book, and he did it. A lot of people don't know that he did that before the game. He was out in the corridor selling that before the game. Yeah, Max, and to make money for diabetes. So but that doesn't count. We had to make the families feel better or something. We did about 2 kids from Nova Scotia, 117 and 115, and we paid a tribute to them. That doesn't count. We did a thing for the Brampton Beast that they were going to have 1,500 soldiers there. We're going to honor the soldiers. That doesn't count. But say 2 words out of place, that counts. And you get fired over those 2. Never even mentioned the rest of what happened at Coach's Corner. It just happened to that's the way it goes.
After you finished the segment, Ron had said, "That's why we love you." Thumbs up. He didn't say, "Oh boy."
Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything down there.
And it's taped, right?
Yeah. No. It was. It's live.
It's live, but they ran it 2 more times.
Oh yeah, and
So if it was offensive, somebody would have said it. Nobody said it.
Nobody said a word. I didn't know until the next day, and. Well, there was, I guess, a lot of people had something to say, I guess, but I didn't know. And it was a remembrance.
The usual, though. That's your job to stir it up.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that, but I guess it did stir up a lot of people. And we, you pay the price. But it's ironic that the 2 words changed the whole thing.
You should clarify what you did mean. Because I know what you meant, because you told me the night before.
Day before, I told you in a write-up in the Sun. And what I meant was everybody should wear a poppy. Everybody. I mean, Irish, Scotch, Welsh, or whatever you want to call it. Everybody should wear a poppy. But it came out as if I was, evidently it came out as if I was spotlighting a certain element and thing, and they took over. And like I said, I would have come on that Saturday and explained that I should have used, and I was wrong, I should have used everybody instead of you people. But I never got the chance.
And they wanted you to basically apologize. And
more
than that.
I think coming on and explaining, it's not phony. I mean, anybody can come on, gee, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I come on and explain, and if that's not good enough, then there's nothing I can do about it. That should be good enough.
The other thing that's interesting about this, is great and also not great, is you find out who your friends are when you're in real trouble.
Well, yeah, and Bobby Orr just phoned again. I think Bobby, him and I are great friends, as you know. I think he's phoned about 8 times in 2 days. And you find out who your friends are. And it reminds me of when I was coaching. The funny thing is, when you're coaching, nobody gets coached. The trainers stay a little away from you. The scouts don't talk to you, because if you get caught talking to me, if you're going to get fired, you'll be one of the friends. You'll be the next to go. So it's almost the same. And somebody asked me, does it hurt to be fired by? And I said, listen, if you get fired by the Boston Bruins, you get fired by anybody.
That's right. And Ron MacLean, I mean, there's been a lot said about it, but I think it hurt you.
Yeah, it did hurt me, but the only thing I'll say, the only thing I'll say is that I was very disappointed in him. And That's all. I mean, I'm not going to knock him. He's still a friend, and he had to do what he had to do. It was I wish he hadn't been quite as hard, but that's all I'd say about him. I was very disappointed.
Saturday night is going to be really tough for you.
Well, it is. I had this first time in 38 years, I think it is. You were saying 38 years that I haven't been on at the end of the first period, and maybe it's time to when you go on something like that. I wish I was on Saturday night, and I was going to talk about Connor Brown, and a few other guys and on Ottawa, but I had it all set up. But that's the way it goes.
Maybe you'll come on with us. Maybe we'll come in Saturday night.
Yeah.
We'll get you to come on and do Coach's Corner on the Sun.
No, I'll be very anxious to see what they have, and probably be one of the biggest nights they have to see what they have on at the end of the first period. They're probably working on it already.
You've had a lot of support from across the country. That's the other positive. I know myself, because I've done a lot of media on this. I've received, I haven't counted, but it's hundreds and hundreds of emails and texts, and it must be heartwarming to know that even though there are the haters that have been out for you for 25, 30 years.
They won.
They won?
Well, they won.
Yes and no.
Yeah, in a way.
Because the regular fans...
Silent majority.
Can I say regular fans, or is that racist? I don't know.
You better be careful. You're getting pretty deep here.
The regular Canadians, or Canadians that are not politically woke, if you will, I know that's a term that they use now, the hockey fans are coming to your support. It must feel good.
It does, and soldiers do too, and the firefighters. But nobody wants to come out, because if you come out, if you come out in the paper with me, you'll be in the same pew as me, and it's not good to be. You have to keep, the silent majority has to keep their mouth shut, and it's sad. That's the way it is. I do feel that it is kind of insulting, some of the things that have been said, especially the releases that have been put out. That and all I had to do was come on and explain. All I wanted to do was explain about the whole thing, and I never got the chance. And I've not had the chance here, but I still go out as the person that I was on Coach's Corner. I'm not going to go out as a simp.
Would you like to get back and do Coach's Corner somewhere else?
No, I don't know. I haven't had any offers from anybody. I haven't had time to have any offers from anybody.
They're coming. Those will happen.
Well, I don't know about that, but we'll see. I just, as I said one time when I was getting fired, we'll see.
I think the thing that I'm seeing here today, listening to the interviews, is what they're trying to do is to sort of put you in some sort of a corner, almost to throw you on the trash heap.
Yeah.
Racism and all this stuff. And I think we need to establish that, because I know this, because I talked to you about this, there's not 1 ounce of anything racist or bigoted in what you were trying to say,
no.
even in how it came out. You've admitted it could have come out a little bit better.
It could have been better. It should have been sharper on that one.
But it's like, I think I think it's really unfair that they try to tag you with that when it's not true. And I don't understand why they always do that. It must be...
I don't know. I do. I guess I look like the ultimate right-winger or something. I look like something or somebody that they dislike or somebody. But I always look the same on television. They always have and always will.
You've got your poppy on, and
Yeah.
normally... I don't think you're ready to take it off yet. I mean, it's supposed to, there comes a point, but tell me about that.
Well, you and I talked it over that a lot of people are leaving the poppy on because of the controversy that goes on, that they're proud to wear a poppy. And I think the Legion, I think that you're supposed to take it off the day after. I think they do that so they sell more. But I'm leaving it on because I want to leave it on and it looks good.
And it's about the memory of the fallen and those that served. I mean, and I want to, over your shoulder here, tell me about that medallion there. And
it's ironic that we would sit here and I've done this before, and that medallion, I don't know if you can see it there, and Luba put on the lights and everything, and I said, "Isn't that funny that that shines out like that?" And it's Thomas William Mackenzie. All mothers got that if they were killed in the war, and they call it petty. And it's ironic that I'm sitting here with that in the background. It wasn't put there. It's been there for how long? Eh, Luba's been there for months, years.
Yeah.
And to think that you were fired on Remembrance Day.
Yeah, that was that was a strange one. How ironic. And
And it upsets you because, and you made this point to me in passing yesterday, that the coverage of this
overshadowed, yeah. My coverage being fired overshadowed the soldiers, and which made me feel bad. Oh, well, it's Saturday night. I am going to watch the game. I'll have a couple of beers and sit there and have a couple of beers and watch what they got on. It should be a pretty good show. I don't know what it's going to be. Really, I'm irreplaceable. It'll have to be somebody. I hope they are. I hope they're pretty good.
Whatever you say on Saturday night, at least you won't have to watch.
I don't have to work. I can have a few beers and say what I like.